Alex, how have your boys been settling into 2024 season?
Yeah, well, we had a pretty strong pre-season, which we were pretty happy with, and sort of trialled what we've been practicing for a large part over the trial games, which we were reasonably happy with. Obviously, the first 2 rounds, results-wise, hasn't gone our way. We had a close loss in Port Pirie, which we felt like we played the way we wanted to play for the majority of the game. Just a couple of key moments in those sorts of games didn't go our way, which can happen sometimes at this level. That's footy. And then last week we were sort of just totally outclassed, and we've had some challenges with availabilities and whatnot, injuries. But in saying that, it's a bit of a silver lining in terms of some others that have had some opportunities. And despite being 0-2, it's not really the end of the world for us. We're still positive, and we're taking a lot more good signs out of those 2 games rather than not. So we're okay.
Yeah. Luke, what have you taken out of the first couple rounds of the season?
Like Alex touched on a bit, we had especially that North game, we felt like we were in it, we were leading the whole game, and then there was probably a lapse of 10 minutes of a few missed kicks, a few game errors that just cost us the game, and then Sturt, they just beat us in a few key areas that we normally like to have over our opponents. They just beat us, so they were just too good for us on the day.
Yeah. What did you learn from last year at this level? This is your second under-18s year, so what do you learn from first year into second year now?
Yeah, it was certainly a jump from under-16s to under-18s. As a first year player, I was caught by the pace of the game and the intensity, and then as a second year player, I feel like I'm more calm when I've got the ball, and I can be more precise with my decision making.
Yeah. And how you're settling into the captaincy?
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock, to be honest with you, but all the boys have gone around me. I've got 2 great vice captains in Riley Kirchhofer and Jake Hill, and they've really supported me with my decisions, and yeah, just can't wait for the rest of the season ahead.
Yeah, Alex, how's he going?
Super. No, we're really content, really happy with the decision. I mean, we always knew we weren't sort of going to have any regrets about it. He ticks a lot of boxes from a leadership point of view that we look for and that Norwood looks for as a club, and it's not something we take lightly. We sort of put a lot of time and thought into it, and the backing of the leadership group, backing of the coaching group, backing of the playing group, and we probably couldn't have had a better captain, to be honest. So I'm really proud of the way he's carried himself. He'll have his challenges throughout the year with it, and he's already had some, but the way he's handling it with a maturity that probably not a lot have at that age, and he'll be stronger forward. And as the year goes on, I think we'll see him grow into even more of a strong leader and a leader by example than he is now already, which is pretty exciting for us.
Anyone else who's jumped off the page in your first 2 rounds and across pre-season so far?
Yeah, it's probably been a couple I spoke about earlier, some opportunities presenting, which has been the silver lining. So Ned Bowman, who's actually a father-son, his father played out here. He's had an exceptional first 2 rounds. He's sort of a bit of a hybrid half forward. He can go in the mid a little bit. He's got some aerobic capacity, some athletic prowess. He hits scoreboard. He's had a really strong start to the year, and he had stress fractures in his back last year. We didn't see him a lot, so he's one. And probably another one is probably our ruckman, James Van Wyck. Some might know his older brother, Alex Van Wyck, in the senior program. Again, he's come off shoulder surgery, missed a large chunk of the pre-season, and he's been extremely pivotal to us, and not just his ruck work, but around the ground. And always good when big men like to throw their weight around, and he's not scared to do that. And those 2 have certainly jumped off the page in the first couple of weeks.
Yeah. Luke, how did you enjoy the road trip in round 1?
Yeah, it was definitely different, but all the boys got around it. We met here at 7:30 on the Saturday, and we had the drive up there together, and we were pretty calm, and you could feel the tension building as we got closer to the oval. And then once we got off, we were roaring to go, and then had the warm-up, had in the change rooms, and we were just really keen to get after it. And then obviously didn't get the winners as expected, but on the bus trip back, we were just talking positives, where we could have gone a bit better in some areas, but it was all a positive experience.
Yeah, Alex, I bet the boys are excited to be part of the Gather Round weekend, only sample game across that weekend. Yeah,
it's exciting. The under-18s competition being the only competition that plays outside the AFL, obviously, in the state, and it's a great opportunity for them to showcase themselves and just to play, really, instead of having a week off this early in the season. And I know last year was a bit of hype around it. This year's the same. We got our main trainers coming up tomorrow night, which I know the boys are already chomping at the bit for. So Yeah, it's it's early, but it's starting to buzz a little bit, and yeah, it's just a great opportunity that we're fortunate for.
Perfect. Well, good luck against Woodville this Sunday, and thanks for joining us, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.